So I got the electrical bill the other day and I wanted to go pay it. I tried looking up on Google Maps, but I guess they don't update that. I had nowhere to go. This could have been a big problem. So I enlisted my friend Ray to help me pay the power bill. Find the place to pay the power bill. More importantly, how to pay the power bill. I did not know this, but they don't have people there. They have kiosks, and only kiosks. And it's all in Spanish. And boy, oh boy, you better know what you're doing. I actually dropped my camera into my bag. That's why we're not seeing anything here. But Ray's explaining to me how the kiosk works. There's a little QR code that is on the bill right there. You see it there. You scan that. It says how much you owe. Then it allows you to choose whether you want to pay with a credit card or cash. I was trying to pay with cash and hold the camera like an idiot. Ray finally just was like, take the camera, give me the cash, I'll show you how it's done. Good Lord, how did you make it this far in the world? He's not wrong. I do struggle. But with friends like Ray, he helped me. And, I paid the bill. It was actually it came to about $2,070. So, I paid a $2,100. But you don't get change back. They don't give you change back. No. That just goes as credit to the next bill. So we're good. We've got a little extra on there for the next time I have to do this. And at least now I know where to go. I'd have never found this on my own. Ray barely found it, and he said he found it by accident. And I would have never known what to do at this kiosk had he not been there to show me and be as patient with me as he was. Because I'll tell you what, this could have been a catastrophe, and instead it turned into a fun learning experience, and again, my bills are paid, baby. Gracias. Perfect. Brought the wrong camera, of course, but at least this works. We'll see what happens. Beautiful. Alright, it is god-awful early in the morning. I think it's around 4 a.m. I am doing my normal sort of every other day since there's nobody here. Sweeping out, I'm cleaning out all the dust and dog hair buildup, my hair buildup that happens here in the bathroom. Get it all swept out. I will sweep out the garage itself while it's still dark and quiet. This sort of helps my brain sort of wake up, my body wake up. Later I'll jump in the shower and take a nice ice cold shower to get things moving, and then we'll begin our day. But for now, that's just what I'm doing. Oh, and you are not having a stroke or a seizure. That light bulb is flickering, it's going out. It does need to be replaced. 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm starting my day. Starting by sweeping the bathroom. That, folks, is 1 week, 7 days of just dust being blown around down here. So, if I don't get it, at least once or twice a week, this turns into a sand pit. So, normally what I would do, well, not normally, sometimes I'll go through here with the mop. I didn't turn on the water heater yesterday and the propane. I turned both the propane tank, the main one, off, and I shut the water heater off. We have a little bit of a leak on the water heater, so it's constantly dripping water, which brings in mosquitoes and stuff. And because the pilot light is constantly kicking on the water heater to maintain a certain temperature of heat, we burn through the propane. It's summertime. I don't ever take a hot shower. I only take cold showers, which is kind of jarring at first, but after you do it, it's very refreshing. So I didn't spend the time yesterday to turn on the heater to get hot water to mop the floor. But yeah, I'm still gonna go take a cold shower. So that's what I'm gonna go do right now. Okay, here we go. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. So, I haven't even had my coffee. I've had like 2 sips. This is why, this is probably why I don't do well with roommates. You know, I'm quiet for the first 20, 30 minutes when I wake up. And then I'm just happy to be alive. And, I can be loud. I can be loud. I know I can be loud. I try hard not to be, but I'm a happy, cheery person when I wake up. I have a lot to be thankful for. My life could be so much more difficult than it is, to be perfectly honest. You know, I've also been through a lot of trauma. And I don't like to talk about it, but I know people are gonna ask. So, it was called the Capitol Hill Massacre. It happened in the early 2000s in Washington. A bunch of my friends were unalived. There's a lot of stuff out there about the Capitol Hill Massacre in Seattle. I've repeated it twice, so you can go look it up because I'm not going to talk about it. I'm in a good mood. So, what do I do when I wake up at 4 a.m.? I like to get up early for a couple of reasons. One, we're trying to start a hostel. Now, granted, it's summertime. There's nobody here. None of the shops are open. I haven't even been able to really get anywhere. It's so hot that even in sandals your feet burn. It's nice, the water's warm, but it also brings some strange weather. I was gonna try and get out this week, but I was told that there's a strange weather front coming, so I'm gonna keep an eye on that. If it stays nice and warm and calm, we will get in the water. And I just threw my brush, sorry. We will get in the water and hopefully there'll be some clarity and we can see some fish and mollusks and whatever else lives under the ocean. We'll try and find SpongeBob if we can. I don't know if SpongeBob lives in the Sea of Cortez. If you know of any sponges that do grow and live in the Sea of Cortez, please let me know. Maybe link me to a picture so I can see, because I like to poke things. So, I like to wake up early because I wanted to get myself into a schedule where I'm up before any of the guests, water the plants, sweep out the area. I'll show you guys the bell. Let me show you the bell. Come on, we got a routine to do. No, this way, in the back, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. We'll go for your walk in just a minute. Still too early. Ooh, it's so bright. Let's see if my friend's in here. Do you see you? I don't want to get too close. I don't want to scare him. She's in there. She's in there with her babies. Super stoked about that. There was no life here when I first started this whole nonsense thing. You can see there's still moisture in this ground, which is great. That's great. That means that the roots are actually holding this soil down. This grass here, I took this grass from Ray's yard, and the grass that we took, it was a tiny little bundle, like a tiny little bundle. and I tossed it in here, and this is what you get after about 2 months, which is awesome. This is the chia down here. I'm not sure exactly what that is. That's definitely chia. I think that is my cumin, or that's the cumin. I don't know. This, I think, is a pepper plant. I'm pretty sure it's a pepper plant. I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments if you know what that is. And then that, I think that's corn. I honestly think somehow, maybe not, maybe it's something else. I'm gonna just let it grow. There's no point in taking it out when I'm deliberately trying to get things to grow randomly. Look at this, some more of that grass. There's chia again. I had ripped all of that out. As you can see, I went through and I tore it all out to about yay far down, stuffed it underneath, down below like so, to give it some mulch as she grows up. We're letting it go to seed right now, so I'm not going to do too much of that. Maybe these little tops here, because there's no flowers or anything like that. So that's what we do. Look at this. We've even got little palm trees growing out. So that's killer. Again, the chia going to seed, bougainvillea, chia. Again, this stuff grows down here naturally, so it does very, very well. It is looking like our datura is finally starting to bolt, and I can tell it is because look, we're getting some cactus apples falling off, which is killer. I want to come back here and actually collect these apples, because within these cactus apples are the seeds that produce the flowers that people like to grow. They produce some really gorgeous ornamental flowers, multiple colors. This is not a recreational plant. When shamans use Datura stremonia, it's used for one of two things. One is to either fight some sort of heavy disease where they fight poison with poison, and the other is a component that's used with some pufferfish toxin to create what they call zombification powder. And you can read all about that happening in the Caribbean. They still do that. They actually use a different type of datura. It's more like a tree instead of a bush. This one is called angel's trumpet because it has generally white and purple flowers that point upwards towards the heavens. The other ones are called devil's trumpets. They're usually black, dark in color, and they point down, hence the names. So very cool. Our other names. And I don't know if they're in there. I don't want to get too close. You know, I don't want to disturb them. So that's exciting. I'm super excited about that. What I'm also very excited about is this. Take a look at this. Look at this. Look at all that green. Look at that. There was no green there at the beginning of summer. There was no green there for years. In fact, this whole back area is full of rocks, broken brick, glass. It looked a lot like this, but way worse because we were on the way to the public beach. This area here turned out to be kind of like a dumping ground for people for some strange reason. I like to leave a little water down there for our birds and things like that, especially since we've got a couple of nests with babies. They're gonna need some water. And in. Let me see. Look at this. Look at that. You see how easy that is? Look at that. Nothing holds in this. Then we look at here. She's in. She's in. They're all in. So let's move over here where we have some roots built up, and let's check this soil. I can't hardly dig into that. that makes me happy. I don't know what's going on with my my Australian desert lime tree. I don't know what would cause this, other than the fact that it doesn't look like it's getting enough water. Could be the soil, could be the pH of the soil. It could just be the fact that where I have it up on that hillside in this type of blow sand, it's acting like a hydroponic system with zero nutrients. And that'll kill any plant. I mean, you can give it all the water in the world, but if it has no food to grow on, it's gonna die. It's gonna die. But our Valencia is doing quite lovely, very well. And in fact, the Valencia, as you can see, I had to remove all this brick and concrete, broken glass and stuff. This was a massive pile of just garbage. And she's doing fantastic. Okay, Kumquat's doing good too. We had some flowers on here. There's a couple still. It shedded a lot of these flowers. I don't know if it's about to produce fruit or whatnot, but we are getting some new branching down here, so that makes me happy. You can see down there the broken glass and rocks and stuff. We're doing our best with what used to be a massive vacant lot. Mouse helps a lot. In fact, I think she's going over to, she's going over to go fertilize the plants for us. I don't know what's going on over here. My palm tree was coming in green, then it went all brown, and now it's coming in green again down here. Those ones there have stayed kind of the same. They haven't grown. They haven't yellowed or anything, so I don't know, maybe they're doing some stuff underground. They're like digging roots in, I don't know. Somebody's cleaned this lot out. I don't know if you guys remember it all. I was watering a bunch of plants and stuff that were here just to kind of add to the green belt, but they brought in a bunch of workers to clear out this whole area. Sure. I suppose you could get a deal if you bought them both. Speaking of spiky things, those little buggers. I think it's almost that time. Ooh, again, spiky. Ow, don't be back here in flip-flops. I think it's almost that time that we go do the for the dog. I don't want to get her too excited until I can get some actual socks and shoes on and things like that. Look at this spiky thing. Look at that. Look at that, was in my freaking foot. There's a whole bunch of them. Yep. Bad idea. I didn't say anything about doing any of that. We're going an hour early. You know it's not 7, right? It's not 7. 7 is the time we normally do this thing. You're getting too excited. Here we go. You see what I'm getting here? This is one. Come here. Hold still. Okay. Let's go. Let me get this thing. Yes, very good. As I left the garage, I was greeted by this bad boy. Unfortunately, the heat got to him before I could. He was already dead. Yep, that's where we're headed. Okay. God dang it. God dang it. Okay. Here we go. Those are our neighbors' dogs. They're doing their job. Even the little guy's doing his job. Let's not do the pulling thing. Around the corner. Mouse, hold on. There's Baxter. Wait. Hi, Baxter. Hi, Baba. Hello, Mr. Boy. How are you?
There's a cow over there he wants tied up. It's like, it's not yours, it's wild, man.
They got cows. There's a whole bunch over here.
There's 3 more over here. Yeah. There's Mama and Papa.
I think those cows belong to the guy who owns that property with the donkeys.
Well, they're wild, apparently. They just come down here whenever the fuck they make.
Really? Yeah, because there was like, I don't know, 5 or 6 of them. What about it is?
Eating my grass.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're good.
I've been up since 4.
Well, why?
Well, because I went to sleep at 5:30.
Well, that's dumb.
Where's this? Can we just grab a stick? Let's go get a stick. Okay. Ugh. You gonna be able to handle it? So. I like to take Mouse down here, give her a little exercise, run around the beach, make her go for a swim, get a lot of that energy out of her. Keeps her calm most of the day, especially in the summertime. We get kind of confined inside the compound there because it's so hot. Even with shoes on, you can't walk on the ground. Although the water is nice and warm, your back gets burnt. So I try to get this done with her early, get her nice and tired so that she's a pretty good dog the rest of the day. Check this out. You can start to see bait fish breaking the surface of the water out there. Let me see if I can get it in nice and close for you guys. If we're lucky, maybe we'll see some birds coming in and hitting the water. Watching this happens always reminds me of the time I was in Hunkalito and I watched a mahi-mahi chase the bait fish right onto shore and then beached itself. I literally had to put the fish back in the water. We're gonna go this way. Mouse and I like to walk along these big old houses here. There's usually not a lot of people. Look at them, there they are. Look at them go. Well, normally we'd have fishermen right here tossing their cast nets in. Catching bait for the day. Let's see if we can get Mouse to scare him up. Or maybe just scare them away. Oh, no, there they go. Here we go. Very cool. Very cool. Well, look at the size of that house. We're good. It's my only real fear walking around with Mouse. It's all the dogs. There's a lot of stray dogs. And a lot of dogs that people own that don't really do anything with their dogs. So my biggest fear when I'm walking her is that we're gonna run into some of these dogs, and it's not that I'm worried my dog can't handle herself. She can. She can definitely handle herself. This dog knows how to handle herself, but it's a simple fact. I don't feel like she should have to. I don't feel like I should have to. So we're gonna take off all the salt water now. This is an everyday thing, as you can tell. You see how she is? She allows me to do it. She knows that it helps. And even if she doesn't know that it helps, she knows she has no choice. If she wants to go swimming in the ocean, her dad's gonna give her a bath afterwards. And she's just gonna take it. Don't take it. Get all that salt water off. Get this neck going. Okay, last part, ready? Head shake, ready? Head shake, head shake. Good job. Good job. Woo. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. So. That there is merely the beginning of my day. I'll lose it. So, I didn't actually get anything written. I did edit a video. I sat and just, I tried to get back into it. Sometimes it's real difficult to get the creative juices going, so I just make myself sit there and stare at the screen if I have to. Or I take the dog for a walk early, just knowing that today those creative juices are not flowing when I need them to. Maybe later. There's no law stating that I have to do it in the morning. I don't. I can do it anytime. I don't know. I'm gonna go visit some friends, drink some coffee. I'm not bringing the camera. I'm gonna go get coffee and maybe try and steal a muffin from Pat. And I'll get back to you guys in a bit. Okay. Still not even 7 o'clock yet. Now I don't know what to do. My routine's off. I don't know what to do. I'm going to try and do some writing. Definitely need to force myself into that sort of routine. And yeah, oh, I want to ask you guys a question. So YouTube came out with this new little AI type thing where you can do these little 6-second AI image or videos things, and being the person that I am, I got a little bit creative with a little donkey character, and they seem to be doing okay. The 6-second videos seem to be doing better than when I take a bunch of the 6-second videos and sort of put them together into one little 30-second or so, maybe 1 minute or so video, kind of telling a story. I don't know what that's about, but they are getting attention, the longer ones as well. And I wanted to ask you guys, what are you thinking of that? Do you like that kind of stuff? I know I throw a lot of random craziness out there. It's the type of person I am. You know, I lettered in theater, for crying out loud. Not football, not soccer, not swimming, theater. I am a master thespian. And I say that with all seriousness. So I enjoy creating things, and I enjoy making people laugh. So I try to make these little skits and things and stuff like that I put into my art and things playlist. And a lot of it you guys really like, probably more so than these type videos. It doesn't seem like I'm actually holding anyone's attention with these vlogs. And I get it, there's not much going on. And when there is something going on, I'm a very chaotic person, so it's probably very hard to follow me along. But I don't do this for you guys. I'll be honest. I did. I don't anymore. I do this for me. It's cathartic. I do a lot of writing. So the thought of writing a journal also kind of fills me with dread, honestly. For a writer, that sounds weird, but it's much easier for me to sort of get my feelings out this way on this medium. It needs to be actual feelings, even if I don't understand them. I can get it out, and I'm hoping that this medium, this video medium, can relay a lot of these emotions that I don't know how to verbalize. If that makes any sense at all. Maybe I need more coffee. Well, guys, that's a typical morning for me. Yeah, I know it's a lot, and it was probably pretty boring, but that, you know, is just how things are right now, especially in the summertime here in Baja. You know, things will happen. The weather will get good. I don't make promises I don't keep. We will be getting back in the water. But I did want to show you guys the other side to being out here and doing what I'm doing. There's a lot of just what you've seen there. And, you know, it can be really difficult sometimes keeping your mind active on things because there's nothing worse than not having something to focus on. What's the saying? Idle hands, it's the devil's playground. Well, if I believed in him, that saying would be on point. Anyways, I'm gonna end this for tonight. I've got so much more coming in. You know, I didn't want to plan. I didn't want to put a consistent sort of day type thing. I felt like these videos were becoming a little bit forced and contrived, and now it seems like I'm making them all the time. They're just popping up. So I guess that's a good thing. I'll see you guys in the next one.
ADHD, caffeine since 1976.
Can I eat him?
No, you can't eat him.